Hey, what's going on, everybody? First and foremost, let's go first place Phils. Let's bring another championship to the city. But yes, today's topic, hopefully it's going to be a quick one, and it's just called Destroy All the Evidence. So let's just get into it. Um, in short, I think if you just look at the pattern, what's happening with this administration, the MAGA administration, is that they are literally attacking facts, right? Like, not only are they attacking facts and the people that have the audacity to be factually critical against them, but they're destroying the evidence, right? They're destroying even our ability to monitor and track all this shit, right? So when you can't beat them, then you just destroy the evidence. So tons of examples. Let's just talk about racial shit in America. So he's ending all data tracking of anything like racialized that happens, like so racial incidents with the Justice Department and police enforcement, things of that nature. He's scrapping all data about that and making those reports not available. I wonder why. He's doing the same thing with weather satellites for NASA, weather satellites that are vital to our weather, but also that track CO2 emissions and things of that nature that actually support the argument for global warming. He is getting rid of all that shit. He's getting rid of the medical studies, you know what I'm saying, that prove the validity of vaccinations and prove the validity of, like, preventative medicine. He's getting rid of all that tracking and everything like that. Why? So that doctors can't have, what I'm saying, the ability to have evidence that go against his ridiculous conspiracy theories. The most latest thing we can see right now is the job reports, right? So what did he just do? He fired the labor secretary because she had the audacity to report the facts. You know what I'm saying? That he was lying about his job numbers, and so the real objective job numbers came out to prove him a liar. So he fired her and said it's all a hoax. Everything, and if you notice, everything that is not positive for him is always a hoax. It's always a lie. It's always an attack on him. And it's just like, it's everything. Like, it's literally everything. Like, what's the line? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then, of course, Epstein, right? Nothing to see here after you made the biggest deal about it. And of course, they're shuffling all the evidence away once it disagrees with all the lies they've been telling us for the last 6 years about what's going on in the Epstein report. It's like, you literally do this with all the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and same thing with these trade deals. Like, he didn't have these trade deals. Like, he spoke like out of two sides of his mouth. First, it was like, oh, we're going to go and talk to all these countries individually and have these wonderful crafted trade deals. But then when your deadline came, then Epstein was in the news, and you're like, oh, well, now we're just going to do generic. We're doing a 10%, a 15%, and then an extra. What? You could have did that on day one. But you wasted all this time playing all these games or making the market fluctuate and everything for what? The United States actually lost money. The economies are not certain. And it's just the fact that it's coming all across the gambit. Like, he is not only just attacking stuff, but he's attacking the ability for people to fight against it, to say, hey, this evidence says this. So he's making sure there is no fucking evidence, right? And even wasting billions of dollars, like all these satellites and studies that were commissioned, like, you're canceling all these studies in Harvard and Princeton and Brown, you know what I'm saying? You're canceling all these weather satellites from NASA to order these things to be destroyed. These are already expense items, you know what I'm saying, that have already been spent out. So you're willing to waste these investments just so that you're able to control the narrative and just keep on pushing your unfounded, ridiculous conspiracy theories, and disarm America. And then what are you actually doing in the midst of that? That's just one aspect of it. So you're reducing facts, but guess what? The rest of the world isn't. So there's a void that you're creating. So now you're allowing China to be the people that rely on facts, that people go to rely for facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, that has been America's soft currency and soft power, to have all these institutions. Like, their economic analysis is top tier. The rest of the world uses that. The rest of the world, we're leading them in terms of climate science, and all of our, NASA was leading the world in the study of the space and everything like that. So it's just like, for us to forego all these things not only hurts us nationally, but it hurts us globally in terms of being respected and going to for a place of all this information. It allows a vacuum for our enemies to go fill. And look what's happened. Same thing with our de-investments in, like, USAID and all these global programs that we're helping other countries. A lot of that is soft capital that helps us to make other kind of goals that we have globally. And so it's just getting you to think about that. He is destroying all the evidence so that we will have nothing. And I just pray if we get out of this, that Democrats have a plan to just restore all this shit on day one. You know what I'm saying? So keep the evidence, take lots of pictures, download shit, and until next time.